afternoon could do. Hello, hi. Good evening. I'm really sorry that I can't be there tonight for the event at the gallery. I'm actually here in London at the moment. I'm outside Monument Station, if you just want to kind of show the Monument Station. Yeah, that's basically where I am. Monument is in London, it's in the city of London, and that's kind of just up the road there is kind of where all the wankers and the bankers kind of ruined our economy, just up there. So it's kind of funny that I'm here tonight, and I've kind of got, I'm part of an exhibition just up the road in that kind of direction on Gracechurch Street. That's unfortunately why I can't be there tonight, and as much as I'd love to be, I can't be in two places at once, even though I'm kind of trying right now, and I'd really love to be here and there, but I can't be. But that kind of got me thinking about what's going on at the gallery tonight with just bringing international artists from all over the world, places like Russia and Korea, all in one place, and it's kind of the idea that people are brought together from all corners through one thing that we all have in common, which is contemporary art, and a love and a passion for contemporary art, and people that would have never met before. So I'm kind of doing that here from miles and miles away. That idea of people coming together kind of got me thinking about the idea of the distance between us, and it kind of made me think it was quite relevant to where I am now. Like if we look at the monument and just behind me, if you kind of show them the top of the monument, just up there, that's the monument, basically, what Monument Station is named after. And that kind of top of the monument is kind of unobtainable. It's something that I can't reach. We can't really see it from down here. It's kind of lost on us a little bit. We can see it through photos, we can see it through film, but we can't really appreciate it from down here because it's completely out of our reach. That kind of got me thinking, and I have made some statistics about the monument. Basically, from here now, where I am, to where you guys are at the moment, we are approximately 110 miles away. Now, that's just me looking it up on Google and kind of measuring it by myself. And obviously you can't just travel in a completely straight line. So apparently it's 127 miles on the M1, although I don't really know what that means, so I don't drive. So I kind of had to look, and if you get a train from King's Cross to Norwich and then change at Norwich to Nottingham, that takes nearly 2 hours and costs anywhere between £13 and £75. That sort of thing I can understand. The monument itself behind me, it's actually 202 feet tall, and if we kind of change the measurement of where you guys are to where I am, from 110 miles in feet, that's 580,800 feet. So that's how far we are away. That would mean that it would take 2,875 monuments laid side by side to reach from where I am now to where you guys are. That's quite a lot of monuments. Let's go and have a look at it. So it's open to the public. It's been fully restored fairly recently, within the last quite a few years, and it's open to the public. And unfortunately, it's too late to kind of see it. But when it's open, you can go inside and you can go all the way up the spiral staircase and you can stand right at the top of the monument and see a completely panoramic view of London. It's meant to be amazing. The guy who designed it was Sir Christopher Wren, and he kind of, mind the step there, he was commissioned in 1671 to kind of design it and not make it, but get people to make it, and it took quite a few years to build, and he built it to basically commemorate the Great Fire of London, which happened in 1666. So Christopher Wren designed other like landmark buildings like St Paul's Cathedral, which you can also see from the monument, Hampton Court Palace, Kensington Palace, many other great historic landmarks all over London, Oxford, Cambridgeshire, lots and lots of places. That kind of got me thinking about the idea of architecture in that time and the architecture that we have now and the new commissions that we have now, particularly in London, things like the Shard or the Gherkin, and kind of got me thinking about how obviously times have changed from 1600s to now, and that kind of got me thinking about something a bit more close to home with how much things have changed from back then, and that got me thinking about pudding. In the 1600s, the word pudding actually meant the intestines of an animal, a hog or something like that. And then over the years it's kind of changed from a savoury thing to a sweet thing, partly because they used to kind of stuff sweet things inside savoury things, and that's where haggis come from, all that sort of thing. I've actually got an example here of a recipe from the 1600s of pudding. This is Lord Conway, and this is Lord Conway's recipe for amber puddings. First, take the guts of a young hog, wash them very clean, and then take 2 pounds of the best hog fat and 1.5 pounds of the best Jordan almonds. Take 1/2 of them and beat them very small, and the other half reserve whole unbeaten. Then take 1.5 pounds of fine sugar and 4 white loaves, and grate the loaves over the former composition. Mingle them well together. Remember that. Having done so, put it to 1/2 ounce of ambergris, the which must be scraped very small over the said composition. Take 1/4 ounce of Levant musk and bruise it in a marble porter, with 1/4 pint of orange flower water. Then mingle these all very well together, and having done so, fill the said guts therewith. Lovely. You can see how pudding's changed over the years. That very kindly, Lord Conway, very kindly brings us to this spot here on Pudding Lane. Just want to show. Pudding Lane is called Pudding Lane because basically there was a butcher's or a road full of butchers just up the way there, and the butchers would bring their meat down on carts that would come through Pudding Lane, and the intestines would drop off the carts, and it got named as Pudding Lane because of that, basically. If we look back at where we've just come from, that's obviously the monument. That's where we've been, where we started our journey. And that is actually from the base there, from where we are now, that's 202 feet away. And it's said that if this monument was to ever fall over, the very tip of the monument up there would land on the exact spot on Pudding Mill Lane where the Great Fire of London started in 1666. Now I've just walked one length of that and it took no time at all, so that just means I have to do another 2,874 and then I'll finally be where you guys are. I think it's a bit late for that now, so I won't be able to make it there tonight, but I hope you all have a really lovely evening, and it'd be really great to meet some of you very, very soon. Thank you very much. That's it. You can stop it.